deal with airplane peanuts.
Kill Tony has forever changed the lives of dozens of people that were randomly pulled out of this bucket. But what went down during episode 651 is without a doubt one of the most unbelievable stories of luck and good fortune that you'll ever witness. Because just as Tony Hinchcliffe reached in the bucket at the very beginning of the show, attempting to illustrate to the fans in the room the absurd amount of submissions the night's episode had, one small, seemingly insignificant piece of paper magically escaped from the group that slipped out of the bucket and landed on the table seemingly by destiny. The name on that paper was heavyweight champion of the world, and his life will never be the same.
I hate fat people. They're always so excited to see me because they are no longer the fattest person in the room. That's me, heavyweight champion of the world, baby.
At first, it seemed as if this was just going to be like any other bucket pull interview. But after the panel had some fun at the expense of the champ.
A little fun fact you guys can't see is a few times he put his arm behind his back while he was performing, and he has an actual shelf back there. Can you show the people? There is a shelf for his arm. What do you do for work, heavyweight champion of the world?
I'm a TikToker.
TikTok?
Yeah.
Wow, is that the noise your pacemaker makes all the time?
I'm a food vlogger on TikTok.
Holy shit. What's your love life like?
Yeah, that's what I want to know.
Is there a...
It's fucking...
Is there a Mrs. Piece of Shit?
No.
Something amazing happened after it was revealed that Mr. Champ takes care of his mother in San Antonio, who just had weight loss surgery of her own, a procedure that he too had plans to receive, but tragically lost the necessary funds in the crypto market.
How much do you need for this surgery, do you know?
Last time I checked, I went in the summer of $16K.
16K?
16,000.
That doesn't seem like
That's
that
how much
much.
it is?
Yeah, but I can't get a loan on it, and I don't have health insurance, so...
You should do a GoFundMe, and when this episode comes out, we'll funnel people to it, and maybe it'll change your... You don't have long to live.
I know.
I don't know how
I'm an anomaly.
direct your doctor was to you.
Sudden death, he said.
We'll put it in the link on the YouTube, so right below. If you make it, it's going to be down.
I guarantee you we raise enough money for you to have this surgery.
1 penny a person, we'll get you there.
Yeah. I mean...
But you have to spend it on the surgery.
No doubt about it, man. I take care of my mom. I work so much, and...
But if you raise $17,000, you can use leftovers for tacos.
In the passing 8 days after this episode aired, Kill Tony fans not only raised the $16,000 necessary for the surgery, but exceeded this goal by thousands of dollars to truly give the champ a whole new lease on life. And today, we're all lucky enough to be joined by the man himself to hear even more about how Kill Tony changed his life forever. We're here live with the heavyweight champion of the world. My first question for you today, how long were you a fan of Kill Tony prior to getting pulled out of that bucket?
I didn't even realize Kill Tony was in Austin for the longest time because I wasn't keeping up with it. I think I found out about it in like October that it was in Austin, and I was like, oh wow, it's in Austin now. So that's when I found out about it, really.
Within just a few days of your episode being posted, the Kill Tony fan base has already exceeded your original GoFundMe goal of $16,000. Did that surprise you at all by the power that this audience had to change your life?
Yeah, it surprised me like so much. I thought nobody was even going to donate. I was like, oh, wow, it's really happening.
We've seen some pretty generous offers extended to other bucket pulls on Kill Tony, from people buying hotel rooms for people that didn't have a place to stay. But raising $22,000 in just 1 week's time might be their most notable accomplishment yet to this point. Was receiving this type of gesture on your radar at all before signing up? Like when you walked on that stage, did you think that anything like this was in the realm of possibility?
I had no idea. I really just wanted to be on the show, you know? I've been doing stand-up comedy like 4 nights a week now religiously for a few months. I was like, all right, I'm way better at stand-up comedy. Let me try and get on the show. And that's all I wanted to happen. And I didn't even ask Tony. He just did it. And I was like, okay, yeah, of course I'm going to say, yeah, why not? You know, that was not my expectation at all.
So you said that you're taking comedy a little more seriously on and off 10 years, but the last few months you're hitting 4 mics every single week. How has this experience affected your view on Austin? Are you considering relocating to Austin now that you see all the comedic opportunity there? Or is the scene just as good in San Antonio, in your opinion?
The scene in San Antonio is not as good as Austin. In fact, I was going up to Austin once a week to do open mic there. And I was, even up until last week, I was still doing stand up here in San Antonio at open mics, and like it was like at a pizza place, you know?
Yeah.
And then like there's hecklers there and it's just not good. And then last night I did open mic at Shakespeare's and just completely crushed the whole crowd. A lot of people hadn't like, they've only seen me from Kill Tony. And then when I got on stage, I just crushed. It was amazing. I was like, finally, this is what I needed.
That's
One of my
amazing.
best friends told me, she's like, yeah, you don't hang your art in a bad art gallery. You know what I'm saying? And I really took that metaphor.
So you live in San Antonio, like we just said, you're a food vlogger down there on TikTok. How will this new weight loss journey affect that job?
Since March, I've stopped getting paid from Instagram. Every creator's has stopped getting paid from Instagram. So I kind of wanted to move away from making content like that anyway. So yeah, I just want to focus more on comedy and I mean, now that I have this opportunity, at the least I can start a YouTube channel on my weight loss journey. You know what I'm saying? I think that's like the worst case scenario that could happen.
But it's for sure there. I mean, people know who you are now just from that one appearance and we're impressed. Tony said he wants to make you the middleweight champion of the world.
We're going to try to make you the middleweight champion of the world.
I'm down, baby.
Have you been in communication with anyone from Kill Tony since the episode aired, either following up on the surgery or asking you to come back at any point for a transformation or a reveal?
I have asked if I could come back, and there has not been any official confirmation, but I mean, I'm sure they do want me back. I mean, they follow me now on Instagram and stuff, and they watch my stories, and I'm sure they don't want me to just fall off the wagon.
Yeah, and it's like, as fans of Kill Tony for a long time, we see these characters come into our lives and people, you know, identify with them and want to follow their journey and their story arc. So I'm sure a lot of people are going to be interested in following you from that one appearance just to wherever this goes. Do you feel any pressure with all these eyes on you now? Like, oh shit, now I actually have to do this. I thought I was just going to tell 60 seconds of jokes. And now I have like a responsibility on my shoulders.
Yeah, no doubt. I feel so much pressure because I mean, all these people are like rooting for me, and I'm like, man, I gotta step my comedy game up. I feel like that's what they want as well. I was at Kill Tony last night at like trying to get pulled last night, and I mean, there was a lot of supportive people. I think there's some that hate that is deserved. You know what I'm saying? Like, that was my first time signing up for Kill Tony, and I got pulled first. Like, I don't even know like the mathematical possibility on that happening. Like, what the number? Like, I don't even.
Yeah.
Dude, it's such a blessing. It's so insane.
Yeah, I was gonna say there's definitely some resentment, I would assume, from people who have been signing up for years and might even get up there and just be not even memorable at all. Like, not only did you get pulled the first time, but now, you know, people want to hear an interview from you because it was such a memorable experience. It was a big deal that happened, and that's kind of like what it is. It's like a lottery for comedians to, like, you know, you could get a golden ticket, you could get roasted, you could get $22,000. Like, who knows what's going to happen? I don't know if this is a sore subject, but you mentioned that you had plans to get this surgery but lost the money in the crypto market. I'm just curious, what were those investments that came crashing down? How did that all play out? Because I feel like a lot of people are interested or have relatable experiences from that time where crypto was really circulating.
The weight loss and like the crypto go like hand in hand on like the timeline, because I was saving up money to get the surgery. You know what I'm saying? I had made a lot of money from crypto already, so I was like, I'm gonna keep this money right here. It was in different coins. It wasn't just one particular one, and they all kind of crashed at the same time. I remember one weekend, it was a Friday, and I had lost like $4,000, and I was like, that's pretty bad. And then by the time Monday rolled around, I was like, I lost everything. I was like, this is insane. What happened? I could pull up the dates, you know what I'm saying, for people to see like that I'm telling the truth.
Yeah.
And it was pretty crazy, man. That was life changing. But at the same time, I was going to my doctors, and I don't know how much I weigh right now. But at my heaviest, I was at 520. And then I did lose 80 pounds. And then I mentioned my best friend passing. He passed away. I gained weight back. I mean, I probably weigh like 480 right now. And at the time, the doctor wanted me to lose 50 pounds before he would do surgery. So I got a doctor's appointment tomorrow. So we're going to figure out what needs to be done.
That's pretty cool.
We're going to figure out like what, if anything in my body has changed, which it hasn't. Dude, I got COVID after I did Kill Tony.
Oh, really?
I got COVID, and I was so sick, and I was just thinking about Tony, like, you're not going to make it to the next taping, dude. And I was like, oh, man, he jinxed me.
Oh
And
my God.
I was just sitting there sick. I was sitting there sick, and I'm like, man, how cliche fat guy dies from COVID, bro. Like, I thought I was gonna go viral for dying.
That's
Yeah,
hilarious.
I didn't even want to post on social media that I got COVID because people are just gonna be like, what a fucking loser. Just like, yeah, he got COVID. Of course he did.
My last just question for you here, I guess, is like a lot of people see these comedians, or not even comedians, but just any celebrity in general, when they try to communicate that they have empathy for any sort of situation, it always comes off a little backhanded because you know how much money they have. Like in general, you know what I mean? Like any celebrity like trying to reach out always seems a little disingenuous to just normal people because it's like, we know how rich you are. I don't even know if this is a question, but it's just bizarre and cool to see like people who could actually do something about it so confidently say, oh, we can get that done in a second. And then it actually happens and exceeds. You were expecting $16,000 to get up to $22,000 the last time I checked. I mean, that's just amazing that they put their money where their mouth is and was like, oh, we have this diehard audience and we're going to prove that it works.
You know, the surgery was 16,000, but like I am gonna need extra money for time off. It's up to 6 weeks of downtime. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
And I mean, I got like $1,000. You know what I'm saying? That I could lean on. And that's not going to last me 6 weeks, even if I got the surgery. So now I got money to last me for the 6 weeks. And also to take a little bit of time off to focus on some comedy to get up to Austin more. Now I can go up to Austin twice a week instead of once a week. It's a blessing all around, man. And I mean, yeah, man. Thank God it really happened.
All right. Well, the heavyweight champ, any closing remarks, any social medias, anything you want the people to know, any last regards?
I have a YouTube channel that I'm starting to work on. If you go to my Instagram or my TikTok, there's a link tree and you could get to my YouTube from there. I'm doing a lot more. I'm getting booked now. Once I have like official dates, I will be letting everybody know. And I promise you, I don't suck at comedy. I was very nervous on Kill Tony. I'm better than mid.
Amazing. Thank you again. Having your name randomly fall out of a bucket to do 60 seconds of stand-up comedy on a live podcast your very first time signing up, and walking off stage with the money for life-changing and potentially even life-saving surgery is something that could only happen on Kill Tony and truly speaks to the power behind their ravenous fan base. If you've been on the fence about subscribing to Clip World, hopefully this conversation with the heavyweight champ of the world changed your mind, because there's going to be a lot more content where that came from being posted on this channel very soon. But if you're still not ready to click that button, let me wet your whistle with some free Joke World stickers sent to you in the mail completely free of cost. All you have to do is fill out the link in our bio and these will show up to your house in your mailbox. You know how mail works. Thank you for watching.
At Joke World. That's it, at Joke World.
And the world is WRLD.
That's a great YouTube channel, Joke World. Check it out.